Planet Dolan.
From being forced into a public hula dance to getting stuck in a bathroom, the Planet Dolan Crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about our most embarrassing restaurant experiences. My name is Nixium, and today I will be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by lilfoxpawz. Gooby's family was at a Mexican restaurant for her grandfather's birthday. There, they had a live mariachi band that would play music for the guests. So Gooby's mom had the idea to ask them to play Happy Birthday in Spanish. After they ordered their food, Gooby went to the band and asked them to play Happy Birthday, and they said they would do it for free. So the band went to the table with Gooby's family and started singing, with everybody singing along. In the middle of the song, out of nowhere, Gooby's grandfather yelled, "I don't speak Chinese!" Everyone in the restaurant went quiet. A long, uncomfortable silence gave way to a quiet, uncomfortable laugh. Gooby's entire family was bright red in the face. They didn't go to that restaurant much after that. Too embarrassing. Number 9 was submitted by Mousyfoe89. Honeybits and Ursa were on a date at Red Lobster. Ursa ordered the snow crab legs but refused to use the crab cracker that was given. Honeybits was getting annoyed seeing Ursa crack the crab legs with her teeth with this savage look in her eyes. Honeybits was about to say something, but before she could, a big chunk of crab meat came busting out of the shell and flew straight into her face. A group at the other table was watching and they started laughing, but they were obviously trying really hard to hold it together. Honeybits didn't even like crab. Number 8 was submitted by GothicVampireChick. On Ramona's 11th birthday, she and her family went out for dinner. They were supposed to go to this amazing Chinese restaurant, but her dad messed up the table booking, so they ended up going to a pizza restaurant instead. After they ate their pizzas, Ramona's mom bought out a cake that she had made herself. Ramona's favorite strawberry sponge cake with cream and candles. They sang happy birthday, and Ramona leaned forward to blow out the candles. As she puffed out her cheeks to blow, her 16-year-old cousin suddenly grabbed the back of her head and pushed it into the cake. The whole restaurant bursted out laughing, and for some reason, everybody believed that Ramona had somehow fallen onto the cake herself. After Ramona cleaned herself up in the ladies' room, her mom actually told her off on her birthday for being careless and ruining the cake that she had spent ages making. Number 7 was submitted by SuperGamerGuy11. When Tolup was 6, he was at a Chinese buffet with his parents. Now they had been there before, so even though the place was huge, Tolup's parents let him go get food by himself. As Tolup was cramming his plate full of sushi, a man smelling of grease walked up to him, took his plate from him and said, "There you are, son. You scared me to death." He took Tolup's hand and led him to the corner of the restaurant. Tolup didn't really understand what was going on, so he just sat down and started munching across the restaurant from his parents. The man got Tolup all the way to the door before his parents saw him. They ran over, took Tolup back, and called the police. It turns out the man was a registered sex offender. Number 6 was submitted by Oinkypigface. On Gergak's 12th birthday, he went to a seafood place called Joe's Crab Shack with his uncle and sisters. Gergak was thrilled because he liked seafood, but after the meal, they put him in a hula skirt and a straw hat and said he had the choice of riding a wooden horse around the restaurant or doing a hula dance. Gergak chose the hula dance because he figured that was the quieter option and nobody would see him. But nope, the waitress called out to the whole restaurant, and about 50 people watched a little boy with his hands on his face awkwardly hula dancing to the birthday song. Number 5 was submitted by Pingutheamazing. One time at Applebee's, Snoopy and her family were sitting next to some out-of-control kids, and their mom, who clearly couldn't have cared less, The three of them were running around and screaming. Now that was annoying, but that was not the big deal. But then, one of the children, who looked to be about 8, picked up a ketchup bottle, aimed it at his sister, and squeezed it, but hit Snoopy instead. It got all over her hair and her clothes. They were kicked out immediately after that, but it was too late to help Snoopy. Number 4 was submitted by Your Demon Buddy. Dolan and his family were at a restaurant together, and everything started out fine. Dolan got up to get some food, and when he came back, his parents were screaming and arguing with some people he had never seen before. He saw his brother punch one of the people, and he almost got hit himself. Dolan's friend was unfortunately at the restaurant as well, and he came up right beside Dolan and asked him, "Aren't those your parents?" Dolan replied,
"Yeah, and now I'm gonna be known as the parents from hell."
At school, Dolan was laughed at for the entire day. Now Dolan puts his hood up whenever they go anywhere. Number 3 was submitted by Mr. TNT Man 02. Last year, during his family's annual trip to Asheville, North Carolina, Pringle's sister wanted to go to Waffle House. Neither Pringle nor his sister had ever been to a Waffle House before. Pringle was feeling kind of sick, so he didn't order anything and ended up just going to the bathroom. Afterwards, Pringle felt a little bit better, but not much. But when he tried to open the bathroom door, it wouldn't open. It wasn't locked anymore, but it wouldn't open. Pringle panicked and started kicking the door. Now that didn't work, so he freaked out and started yelling,
"Help! I'm stuck in the bathroom!"
Nobody came, so he tried opening the door again, and it opened without a problem. He walked out of the bathroom and everyone was staring at him. That was Pringle's first and last time at a Waffle House. Number 2 was submitted by Joker Cheshire. For Froggy's birthday, she went to Outback Steakhouse and got to invite 2 friends. Froggy's mom invited a 3rd surprise guest, though. It was an old friend she hadn't seen in 3 years. Froggy was so surprised and happy to see her friend, she couldn't help but cry. It was the best birthday ever, or at least it would have been. One of Froggy's other friends got insanely jealous over how happy she was to see her long-lost friend. The friend's mom was upset about her daughter's jealous behavior, so when dessert came around, it became a kind of a situation. The girl wanted a strawberry from her mom's dessert, but nope. Her mom wasn't willing to part with even one piece of it. This escalated into a very loud shouting match and a fork war that made the entire restaurant turn and stare. Even the waiter was dumbfounded by the fact that there was yelling at the top of their lungs over a piece of strawberry. It wasn't even a whole strawberry either. It was just a slice. And number 1 was submitted by me. I remember back when I was just about to move out, I went to an IHOP just to celebrate, just me, late at night, just to sort of remember the town that I had grown up in before I left it. So I go to this IHOP late at night and there's a guy sitting nearby. And while I'm eating my food, I'm kind of watching him eating his because he's making these very loud noises while he was eating. As he was shoveling pancakes and waffles and whatever else he was eating into his mouth, he was going. And no, I'm not kidding. It was really embarrassing for me though, because I told the waitress like, "Oh, can I move away from to a different area because of, that guy?" And I felt bad because maybe he had something wrong with him, something wrong with his throat, or maybe he was just really freaking hungry. But either way, it was embarrassing for him, and it was embarrassing for me, and clearly it was embarrassing for the waitress. All right, so a huge thanks to the folks over at our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. But we have another question for you. What is the weirdest thing you have been competitive about? Let us know in the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown.
Check out the latest Dolan card update, Nixiumville. A new character, heaps of new skins, a new power-up, new level, daily missions, and offline mode. Download from the Android or iOS App Store and start racing today for free.
Until next time, see ya!